Do you know why blank paper isn't as good as lined paper? Because I'm neat and organised, and I have a nice red line. You're blank, and there's nothing really to you. It's a bit... You're like a plate.
Well, you can draw lines on me, if you fancy.
Yeah, but that takes time and effort, doesn't it? Who's got time and effort to draw lines? Yeah, people need notes.
You can set notes on me too, and you can doodle.
You can doodle on me. You can doodle on me nice and organised, in between the lines. You can do maths on me. Can't do maths on you.
Who wants to do maths?
Oof.
I have one word for you. Box.
Lined paper will always be printed on top of blank.
Exactly.
They will sacrifice you to make me.
But you couldn't be made if it weren't for me. So
It made me white.
No.
Blank.
You
made me any colour. You just paid over. You made me purple. Made me magenta.
Don't like magenta.
You need more colour to go over me lines. Where are your lines? You draw yours on.
You draw mine in an equality.
Fair enough.
Birthday cards.
Well, I come here when my mum grounds me. Because what's she going to do realistically? And to be fair, I am grounded.
Hi, what are you doing?
You know, it's a bit like being trapped in a big giant birdcage. That's like not being cleaned in a while. And I'm not really sure how else to describe it. What the hell does she even mean by grounded? I am grounded. Too grounded. She doesn't seem to understand that. No matter where I am in this town, or no matter how far away I run in this country, I'm always going to be grounded. And you can definitely leave, but an essence will always remain inside of you no matter how far away you'll be, and no matter how grounded you are. In a way, I feel like one of the plants, like I'm a part of the fauna, that I'm sort of landlocked, even though we're on an island. I can only communicate telepathically from the bath. So I spend a lot of my time in here, just sitting. We caught up with JP Tar, post-Tarpaulin, about his own career. I'm JP Tar. You wanted more? Well, you got more. There's enough of Tarpaulin. Let's talk about me. Let me tell you some short stories from my infamous past, and my famous past also. Cheers. 1986, Mozambique, cocktail party. I was invited to Warhol 1 year before he died. The same year, Diego Maradona touched the head of God. Amazing times. Well, this is a story about embarrassment. At this cocktail party, who walks in? None other than Gordon Sumner, aka Sting, with the biggest hat, just the biggest hat you've ever seen. Said, Sting, take off the hat. And he did. Later that day, he wrote Every Breath You Take. He released it in the States. Millionaire.
I'm almost sure someone's communicating with me telepathically. So I've come out here for a bit of peace and quiet. But just as a precautionary warning, I have brought this gun. So, in case I have to, I pull out me butt and I pull out my gun. And it works as a silencer. I move all the way from Eastern Russia to the UK. I get treated like dirt. They don't like vampire in this country. I go get cheese pizza. Drunken men get kebab, garlic sauce all over my cloak. I say this cloak 200-year-old. I go back east. It's better than this. Plus, the blood is too sweet here.
This is a story about shame. It was 1997, the death of Diana. Well, this was in Gloucestershire. I was in a cafe. And then, sat next to me was Gene Simmons of Kiss. And he was refusing his scone because he was debating over the Cornish and Devonshire cream and jam debate. I stood up, I had to say, Gene, you're a wash-up. You should be ashamed. Shame. He stood up and he left. So remember, the moral and the morale of the story is don't debate jam and scone. Be ashamed of yourself. So I spend a lot of time up in trees, keeping an eye on things. Eating tramps here.
Why do I move here? I move here for the most powerful vampire in the past millennia, Theresa May. She treated me like criminal. Ever since, I want to go back. All I want to do is suck blood.
I lived in an abandoned building, full of bits of rubble, in amongst the bricks, away from all the trouble. I lived in an abandoned building, in a football field, but I can hear the clarion call of the assembly drawing near. I lived in an abandoned building until the council threw me out. Section 269, and then the board won the spout. I lived in an abandoned building, but it's a corner shop now. And I can't complain, because the cider's £2.
Today's story is Pride. 2012, London Olympics. When the Queen flew down in that helicopter, Jeremy Corbyn invited me to a chess match in the Russian consulate. Well, I won that chess match, and he's the Grand Chess Master of the whole of Greater London. I was proud of that day, and I deserve to be proud. And the moral of the story today, don't be afraid to be proud of yourself, but also be ashamed.